All right, Eric, so what are we talking about this week?
Well, this week on SpeedSim, we are talking about Kneepads, something that both of us run for...
and are super important.
Yeah, for the same and different reasons,
Yes.
some personal reasons. So, first off, let's start with why we wear knee pads. Why do you wear knee pads?
Me personally, I go to a bunch of different places to play indoors and outdoors. There's nothing worse than kneeling on BBs with your just plain old knee. That's the worst. And then on top of the playing outside, kneeling on roots and sticks and a whole bunch of other junk outside, rocks even. It's just the worst. So that's why I wear knee pads.
It's like stepping on Legos times 10. It's the worst feeling in the world, especially when you're like me and you wear knee pads, because I don't have a left and a right knee. I have a bad and a worse knee. So I've torn my meniscus in both knees, and yeah, ever since then, no tolerance. I always wear knee pads. All right, so let's talk about some of the options that you get with knee pads and the pros and cons we've kind of found with each of them. So one of the ones most people will be familiar with are obviously standard strap knee pads. Go over your knee and you strap them on. For me, the pros I found with these is they're cheap and they're available.
Now, what brand are these guys?
These are the Hatch X-Tac
Which
knee
a lot of
pads.
people do use.
These are the, and I'm not gonna say that if you run something else that works for you, that's great, but for me, the Hatch X-Tac are the only strap knee pads I found that are worth a damn.
Okay.
Every other one I've used, I've hated for one reason or another. And even the X-Tacs, maybe living up to their X name, they work best if you cross the straps so that when they're behind your knee, you've got that cross right in the crease, and that helps keep them in place along with this little rubber thing here. A lot of the clones of the Hatch X-Tac that are on the market don't have that little piece of rubber there, and I find that that makes them a worse knee pad because they don't stay in place as well.
Okay.
But the X-Tacs I really like, so if I'm wearing jeans or if I'm wearing something that doesn't have an actual hard insert like these Crye pants, I will wear the Hatch X-Tac knee pads. The disadvantage is obviously they're not secured to your garment itself, so they can still slide around on you a little bit, especially if you land on them hard, and they can shift a little left and right. So sometimes you'll feel like they're not exactly where you need them to be, but that depends on playing with your fitment, that depends on what you're doing, how you're moving, and honestly, your size. I've got big legs, big knees, I'm just a big guy, so these are kind of almost too small, but it's gonna really depend on what your needs are. They're cheap, they're available. The Hatch X-Tacs, like I said, are really the best. You can get these for like 25 to 30 bucks, I think. So they're really not that bad. I'd recommend these. There's other ones that I know people use and have good luck with. For me, the Hatches are where it's at.
All right, so for me personally, I've tried a bunch of different knee pads. Not these guys, what he was just talking about. I have used the Condor ones, which are god-awful. They kept slipping down into my ankles, and it was annoying, so I ditched those. I have tried the Emerson clones, and they still didn't work. So then for years on, I haven't used knee pads, and then I came across these dye knee pads. Now, again, it's a paintball company, but it doesn't matter where the product comes from because it works. So what I found, dyed knee pads do run a little small. So if you're a size medium, I would go with large, and if you're a size small in pants, then I would go with a size medium, and henceforth. For me personally, these ones are a little small, but I don't find that to be a hindrance because the smaller that they are, it does hold onto my knee a lot better. If you try to do a lot of sliding outside in the grassy areas, obviously they're going to come sliding down a little bit. I have found that to be the case. But when you're playing indoors or you're playing a lot of indoor facilities, these are not going to slip down because it's just concrete. You're sliding on concrete, so it's not a big deal. So the way that you put these on, you actually have to slide them like pants over your knees, and on the back there's just one strap right here, and you just flip it over onto your knee, and then it holds it nice and secure. So these are really great.
Now, those, I know some people wear them under their pants.
Yes, yeah. Dye does tell you to wear these under pants. Don't wear them over the pants. You can wear them standalone. What I generally like to do is I like to buy these really long baseball socks, and they go all the way up to my, about just a little bit above my knee, and then I put these on over top of those just because it's just easier to get them on and off. If you try to put them on your bare leg, these are going to be sticky, so it's going to be a little bit more of a pain in the ass to
A
get
little
off.
uncomfortable.
A little uncomfortable, so I do like to wear baseball knee-high socks with these in conjunction. Now these are going to be a little bit more pricey than the Hatchtags knee pads. These are going to be about around $55. So they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but you do get what you pay for.
But they've got that nice neoprene foam all throughout them too.
It is very comfortable, so you do get the advantage on that.
Awesome. The option I've been using lately for knee pads, just because I'm a gear whore, and it's natural for every gear whore to eventually do this, I got a set of Crye G3 combat pants and a set of Crye Airflex knee pads. This is obviously a pricey option. You're looking at $200 for the pants, unless you get some of the clones, and $30 for the knee pad inserts. What I would recommend, even if you don't buy the Crye branded pants, I would recommend getting the Crye Airflex knee pads themselves. They are $30, which, you know, is
respectable.
I mean, yeah, they're not cheap, but they're not horrible. And if you're already buying like some of the Crye clone pants, usually those will run $60 to $70.
Yeah, they're
unless you're getting, you know, like the UR Tactical or Simapo gear ones. I know those will run up to $150. Get the real Airflex knee pads. These, in my opinion, from having handled some of the repros and having worn the real deal, these are definitely better than a lot of the reproduction knee pads because the rubber surface is much more rigid and much more durable. The neoprene and the foam and the stitching that holds the rubber surface in is a lot better. I've only worn these Crye pants twice now. And already in those 2 times wearing them, I cannot count the number of times they've saved my knees. So yeah, like I was saying, these knee pads have saved my knees a lot of times. And what I would say is really important is even if you get the Crye clone style pants, make sure they're the ones that have the Velcro adjustment that you can cinch the knee area of the pant down to where your leg is, and make sure that they have the bungee adjustment so you can adjust the height of the knee pad. Because I find wearing these Airflex knee pads with these pants, they are exactly where I need them every time. Unlike the X-Tacs, where sometimes I'll kneel and I'll find that I'm kind of on the edge of them, these tend to be right where I need them, especially because these are a little bit wider with some of the neoprene foam, so you're catching that foam at the right angle just about every time. So I would recommend, if you're looking into Crye style pants, get the real Airflex knee pads. So get the real Airflex knee pads and make sure that you get ones that you can actually adjust to put the knee pads where you want them. Another option that I know you run for work actually is cargo pants that will have the knee pad inserts.
Right. Those are... I know Proper makes a style like what I have. The style that I have are from Germany, so they're going to be a little harder for some people to get because the company in Germany won't ship to the United States. So you won't be able to get those particular pants here in the United States. But I know Proper makes a style like it, and you can put these types of knee pads in those pants in order for it to work. So you do have that option as well. What I have found though, for working especially, is that they don't always fit, or they don't always land where your knee is going to be. So you're gonna have to adjust that. So you do, I mean, the pants are like $30, I believe, on e-bike. So again, you get what you pay for, and then $30 pants with, what is it, $30 knee pads. So you're looking at like $60 altogether. So it's an affordable option, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's an option too for if you don't like having these, but that's because those are the ACU cut pants.
Correct.
And what those have is they have the inserts, and they will accept Crye inserts. They'll also accept a wide variety of other ones. I've played with some of them, and like Andre was saying, I found the same thing. Because you can't adjust the height or the cinch on your legs, they generally don't land exactly where you want them. I tried playing with those for a while. I just didn't have much luck with them. They're an option, I guess, and it's your mileage may vary. Some people may like them a lot, some people may hate them. Personally, if I'm gonna wear knee pads and I'm not wearing Cryes, I'm wearing the X-Tacs.
And for me, I always bring my knee pads because they're easy on, easy off.
Yeah. Well, those are like my knee braces where I have to, sling them over my legs and then. So you have bad knees and you don't even know it, probably.
No, I don't definitely not have bad knees. Not like you.
Oh man. Well, all right. I think.
That about to cover it.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you're looking at some knee pads,
So
take take a look at some of the options we presented, evaluate your needs, evaluate what you want, and
come to your own conclusion.
exactly.
All right, I'm Andre.
I'm E-House.
Thanks for watching.
See you on the field. What I would recommend, even if you don't buy the Crye branded pants, is, I'm gonna restart that because I had to swat that fly. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Fuck you! We're filming here!
I don't think he cares.
It's gonna fucking care. Okay. As long as they have the Velcro, God damn it.
That was so horrible. Oh my god. Hold on, I got an idea.
Son of a bitch. It only needs to hold for like how much longer? Like this video is not gonna be that much longer. It just wants to be an asshole and demand attention. I'm just gonna staple it.
Might as well.
Fuck you. We can't make it through a video without like some major blooper.
Well, it's because shit hates us.
Yeah. Okay, where was I?
You were talking about a number of times that this is
Okay.